Electric fire apparatus, is it all worth the moaning and groaning? Hey there, this is Billy Goldfeder answering some of your questions from part of the What's Your Problem series hosted by FireRescue1.com and Lexipol. Here's today's question. I feel like I can't escape discussions about electric apparatus and how they are the wave of the future. I don't want to be a hater here, but I can't imagine this becoming a reality. It seems too risky to go down this misguided road like this, all because people think they are better for the environment. So this reminds me of a question I had a long time ago when I started in the fire service. I started doing this, and I actually have the letter somebody wrote me. It says, "Dear Billy, I feel like I can't escape discussions about motorized fire apparatus and how they're the wave of the future. I don't want to be a hater here, but I can't imagine this becoming reality. It seems too risky to go down a misguided road like this, all because people want to go to motorized apparatus and stop using our horses." Do you understand what I'm saying? Here's my point. Change is inevitable. Whether you're part of it or not, nobody really cares. So I am not a fan right now of electric fire apparatus, but I believe it is the future, or some aspect of it. Okay, certainly we're seeing some government mandates and things like that. And look, I'm like you. I wonder, is all the money being spent on all the stuff to make an electric fire apparatus, is it equally harming the environment through batteries or whatever? Right? We're now trying to figure out what we do with all these batteries if they don't already catch on fire. So my response to you is this: you know what? Not every new idea is going to work, and if it's a bad idea, it's not going to work, right? I mean that's probably the most comforting part of this, is if it's not going to work, we know that. So no city or fire department is going to buy something. Maybe they'll buy one, like we saw in Los Angeles. I think in Wisconsin, there's a rig there. There's probably a couple others floating around, but uh, if it doesn't work, if we can't pump, if we can't go as quickly as we do, if it can't sustain all the equipment, then it's not going to work. No manufacturer is going to sell something that no one's going to buy, right? So give it some time, relax, focus on your apparatus that you have today, your diesel equipment, and don't worry about it. And let's see what happens. I'm always interested in something that's going to do better for my two favorite customer groups, the taxpayers and the firefighters. So if it's going to work out for the taxpayers, but it doesn't work out for the firefighters, we're not going to use it. We're not going to buy it. If it works out for both groups, though, then obviously you'll see some changes in the future. And maybe you'll see kind of a hybrid, a combination where you arrive, you respond in a diesel, but on the scene the electric takes over. I don't know. But it certainly is, it looks like it's going to be the future. Some sort of it is going to be. I mean, we had electric aerial ladders in the 50s and 60s, okay? I believe if you Google it, the company is called Memco, MEMCO, used to make an electric aerial ladder. So it's not that crazy to think that we may be back to the future in some respects there. But overall, you know what? I know it's making you crazy. I know you're worried about it. Don't. It's not your worry. It's not my worry. The big shots who are involved in apparatus design, the folks involved in the standard setting, and most importantly, why do manufacturers exist? To make money. So if they're going to make something that's not going to sell, they're going to stop making it. And I'm hearing the prices are like double or triple what we normally pay for a piece of apparatus. And let's face it, today we're seeing engine companies coming in at just under $1 million. We're seeing ladders now coming in at 1.5 to 2 million. So at some point, something's going to have to stop. Okay. So if they're going to tell us you're going to buy us a pumper that's going to be good for the environment, right? But yet it's not, it's going to cost us twice as much. Have we saved anything? I don't know. The other thing too is the cost. Is at what point do we say, hey, we can't afford this anymore? This city can't afford this, they can't afford that. So there's a lot of factors here. There's a lot of considerations. Uh, you know, I remember when they came out with thermal imaging cameras, it was no way that's going to work, but yet it worked. Different kinds of nozzles, different kinds of apparatus. Things evolve. So anyway, my thoughts, let's watch and see what happens. In the meantime, go do some training. Thanks for your question. And look, if you've got any other questions or anybody listening has some questions, shoot those questions to Fire Rescue 1. I'm glad to help you or help you find a solution or just even relieve your stress.